Well, hello, my beautiful Aries. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your yearly reading for 2024. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I'll never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Aries, this is your yearly reading for 2024. I'm going to get your overarching energy first and then follow it with an in-depth look month by month of what you can expect. Also, I want you to be aware that this year is going to be really positive for the collective in terms of your personal development and the opportunities that come your way to tap into. It's going to be a year of good luck, especially at the beginning of the year. However, I must make you aware of some very difficult planetary alignments that could affect the collective long term. It would not be fair of me to just mention all the good stuff. It's really important to be aware of some of the potential difficult aspects of this year. I mean, deep down, you know that there is change coming. Intuitively, you can feel it, okay? But this year can mark the beginning of some of those changes and what to look out for. Because this year, it will be considered an intense transitional year full of plot twists, shocking exposés, and new technological firsts. This will be a year that is governed by the super serious planet Saturn, a great karmic retribution planet that can throw some tough lessons, challenges, or even course corrections our way, but ultimately it encourages us all to get serious about our life path for our highest good. Now, I've already mentioned one of the most significant and powerful transits occurring on the 20th of January, Pluto moving into the maverick and revolutionary sign of Aquarius. Now, Aquarius energy rules society, social order, people's rights, infrastructure changes, as well as like technological advances. And Pluto is also associated with the Judgment card, an awakening to connect to your soul on a deeper level, to reset or rebirth in some way. So expect wake-up calls and controversial revelations on a global scale this year, because 2024 really is a transitional year for major change. And it really is a big deal because Pluto does not change signs regularly. It's often referred to as the generational planet. And the last time Pluto was actually in the sign of Aquarius long-term was 1778, right through to 1798, where we had powerful uprisings in the form of the American and French revolutions. Now, I'm not saying that we're going to see some major uprisings like that this year. However, the energy does lend itself to that. The energy is actually going to be with us right up until 2043, okay? But it might be an indication of how the collective might be feeling over the coming years as rules and regulations change and policies shift. There can be a more sort of forceful energy of the collective sort of standing up for their rights, okay? So that is something that is definitely on the horizon, but it starts from the beginning of this month. So it's going to be a very interesting time indeed. Now, of course, every planet has a positive and a negative. And on the negative side, we may see oppressive power plays, restrictions on freedoms of speech, changes in policies, rules, and regulations. But on the positive side, we'll potentially see more power to the people moments, as Aquarius tends to join society together to exert their free will rather than to tear it apart. And the last time Pluto actually moved signs long-term was in 2008 into the sign of of Capricorn. Now, Capricorn, it rules money, governments, and power structures. And Pluto can be a very destructive force. In 2008, we saw one of the most notably difficult financial crashes the world has ever witnessed. And whilst Pluto will spend time, the majority of time, shall we say, in the sign of Aquarius, it will retrograde periodically there back into the sign of Capricorn from about September into November, actually. And this could indicate that we might see some potentially, intense crisis moment economically. And then as it moves back into Aquarius, this is where we might also see a more global launch of economic technology, or something that we've never seen before. Because Pluto, its influence in Aquarius actually fast tracks innovation, especially in the realm of technology and AI. Now, I always say this, it's a perfect time to get into the habit of downloading monthly statements, just to keep a documented proof of what you have in your accounts, should there be any gremlins in the system this year. Pluto also reveals any hidden agendas, wrongdoings, or information kept from the collective. And this happens from about January the 20th onwards. So do watch out for any distractions sent to camouflage these potentially controversial moments throughout the year, because they will arise. Now, ultimately, there is a strengthening of community, giving a voice to the collective, a real desire to change the world for a better place, and a yearning for more independence. And on a personal note, it actually will be very positive for you, because Pluto asks you to see below the surface and not take things at face value. This transitional time will influence you in a major way to transform your life, establish your power, exert your independent nature, do bold and daring things that you've never done before, integrate and spread your wings to fly. And on a psychological level, it'll help you break any negative patterns to free yourself up from self-sabotage traits or even self-doubt. Mercury, planet of communication, starts this year direct, making for a smoother transition into 2024 on a personal level. And of course, it will retrograde periodically, so look out for that there as well, because it can influence technology in some way, especially if you're writing an important document you want to sign or even save down, just to make sure nothing happens there. And if you're thinking of launching something online this year, it actually will be very prosperous. Humanity will access clear, logical thinking. You'll feel more organized to make swift decisions or changes to enable you to reach successful milestones in your life. And planning and strategizing will be at the forefront of your mind. Jupiter, my favorite planet, Jupiter, planet of good luck, expansion, and opportunity, will be in the earth sign of Taurus. So 2024, it might be more money focused, encouraging you to be more mindful of budgets and get serious about your goals with a renewed fire in your soul. Now, Jupiter also aspects Saturn to start this year, which is truly fortuitous for the collective, adding extra luck. And then Uranus and Jupiter take over to amplify that success, opportunity, and good luck overall. And that's at the beginning of the year, okay? Now, it may also encourage you to seek new knowledge, either through classes of learning, books, or, online downloads. And with all these shifts and plot twists this year, you may even find yourself being super flexible to combine all these elements and find new ways of earning money, especially online, to generate more finances and create security in an ever-changing environment. It will be more important than ever this year to create space for mindfulness, to connect to nature and focus on your true calling, as well as develop friendships and relationships and nurture them as well to keep them strong. Also, there are going to be some bumpy times ahead in 2024. It is important for you to take note of three major moments that I'm keeping my eye on, that's for sure. At the end of the year, we have Uranus retrograding from September, Jupiter retrograding from October, and Saturn direct from November. Now, this combination, when I did my research, it occurred at the same time as the financial domino effect in 2008. Now, I'm not saying that we're going to have a repeat performance of 2008, but it could set us all up for a major wobble. Plus, at the end of the year, we have some major political events going on there, so there could be some surprise moments happening round about the end of the year. Now, ultimately, the year ahead has so much potential for you to tap into on a personal level, and January is your blueprint to start from, to reach higher than ever before. Recognize that true happiness comes from within first, and then it filters out to your external circumstances, and you'll establish like security, comfort, and prosperity throughout the year as well. I'm loving your energy because it's almost like you've got the flip side of everybody else this year, my beautiful Aries. When everyone else is having a tower moment, you're having a wheel of fortune, which means things are working in your favor. However, when everyone is having a really fortuitous moment, you're having your tower moment. So we're going to tap into that and see what's going on there for you. But I'm getting a major energy of restructure, and I feel like you're in control of that. So some of you may be decluttering your home space this year, really looking at your diet, exercise routines, and really revamping your life in some way to bring more spontaneity, more fun. And I definitely see more adventure for you this year as well. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Grand Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to see? Okay, your final card there is the Death card. Okay, now that's actually quite good because it's in December. So that means that you are sort of, establishing new things for 2025 at the end of the year, whilst at the same time, like taking stock of everything that you've accomplished in 2024. And looking at your chart, I see that there is so much success here, so much opportunity, and I definitely see a wish being delivered for you twice. Okay, so there's two major wishes coming for you this year, something that you've been working hard towards. But let's get your overarching energy first, okay? We've got the 11th house, friendship groups. So this is about nurturing your community, the people that you know. You're developing and deepening those relationships, but also finding your soul tribe. Some of you are going to meet some very influential people who are integral to your journey this year. These could be found like when you're doing like hobbies or group sessions, maybe involving yourself a little bit more in the community. Some of you are picking up new hobbies, or I actually see for the collective, I mean, it's such an obvious thing to say, but I'm going to say it because I can see it. It's almost like plot pointing your diary throughout the year of really interesting events that you want to go to. So this could be like theatrical events, festivals, spiritual retreats, events, deepening your spiritual practices, because you're actually having a very spiritual start to the year, actually, where you're really looking at body, mind, and soul. But it says here, friendship groups, tribe, the future, common goals, collective creation, hopes and wishes. There you go. You're going to have two wishes, major ones that come through. They are different from successes and opportunities. I want you to be aware of that, okay? So I feel there's two really great opportunities here for you to receive a wish, something you've manifested, but I'll get to that when I get to it. And we've got humanitarianism as well there. So I definitely see that you are very generous with your heart and your soul. You're trying to make your patch of the world a better place. And by changing that, it's almost like you're being the change that you want to see in the world. And you're hoping that it reflects outwards to the people that you encounter and your everyday. But ultimately, I feel that you're looking for your soul tribe. I mean, the 11th house can really be about your hopes, dreams, and wishes, and really focusing on your plans and sticking to your plans, creating a strategy, and really looking at people who are, going to be with you on this journey and who, really deserves a place in your life, and looking at people who perhaps, lower your energy vibe or drain your energy, and really sort of like sorting the wheat from the chaff in your life and making sure that you move forward with purpose, but also with the people who are most important with you along the way. Now we've also got fixed moon there, okay? Now, this is an energy here of, your endurance, of your tenacity, your drive, and you are a fire element, so you have a lot of that. And you may be approaching this year strategizing of whatever it is that you want to accomplish, and I really feel you're very driven. There's a lot of ambition here. It actually says staying power, inflexibility, standing firm, patience is needed, the power of concentration, not backing down, strong-willed. And that's definitely you, okay? It's almost like tunnel vision towards your goals and your dreams, but also I feel they're showing me something in the water right now, because I'm scrying at the same time as doing your reading. They're showing me leaves falling. Okay, now that could also represent the fall, a season, but I feel there's something changed within you, that you are different as you approach 2024. You can feel it. Something inside you has changed. It's almost like you're entering into a new season this year. And of course, the fall gives way to winter and spring. So I feel there's a hopeful energy there. But it could also be that you're like entering into a new season of your life in some way, that this year is a big deal for you. For some of you, it could be that you've decided to retire this year. For some of you, it could be that you are dealing with like a bodily change, like menopause or fluctuating hormones in some way. For some of you, it's a birthday milestone, or even like a major coming of age moment, or a sudden discovery about self this year, like a major epiphany where you're putting your own needs first and nurturing yourself and giving yourself self-care in a different way. Because I'm not really sure how else to decode this energy and what I'm being given there. I mean, falling leaves, it kind of also indicates decluttering, or, you know, like deadheading the roses almost in order to make way for new growth. But it's also about shedding. So some of you may be detoxifying, looking at the substances that you absorb, eat, drink, or watch, or, you know, whatever it is that you listen to. I definitely get a sense here, body, mind, and soul, you're purifying in some way. So perhaps the leaves falling indicates, you know, everything that is no longer necessary or that you've evolved from is being shed, and you're moving forward with a renewed tenacity and, you know, a spring in your step. So we've also got your guides are helping you. All is well. So you can definitely feel the force of your ancestors riding right by your side, okay? They are cheerleading you along the way, and I definitely see that they're going to give you lots of signs and symbols throughout the whole year. They've shown me a lemon right now as well. So again, this is an energy about cleansing. I mean, it could literally be, you know, when life gives you lemons, and, you know, it does most of the time give us lemons, right? It's about you making lemonade. So maybe it's that, but it could be that, you know, you're looking at your health, upping your vitamin C, detoxifying in some way, or, you know, maybe just adding lemon to your water, okay? I don't know how else to give you the energy. I can just see a lemon, right? So but I feel that, you know, when the going gets tough, you're really going to find a strength that is not just coming from within, but also you're going to feel the strength of those who have walked before. They're walking by your side, and they're helping guide you towards your goals and dreams, and also the lessons that you are required to learn in this lifetime. If they give me a sign or a symbol for you that you will sort of notice their presence a little bit more, I'll let you know. At the moment, I'm just being given a lemon. So, I mean, unless you're going to see like a random lemon on the sidewalk, or you're going to see lots of images of lemons, you know, I'm going to discount that as your sign or symbol. I feel that's more personal to you. If a sign or a symbol comes out, okay, I mean, some of you may actually have placements in Capricorn because they got a similar image. They're showing me dice. Okay, has that dice? There's no dice on these cards. Okay, I just want to see that I haven't been influenced, but I'm seeing dice in the water. So this is about taking a risk or a gamble, but I feel actually you're backing yourself. You're betting on yourself this year, and I feel like you're going to win, okay? Now, we do have this energy. I know it says Sagittarius there, but it indicates that you're going to have better luck this year. More adventure, more tenacity, more drive, more spontaneity, and more fun. Embracing your childlike spirit this year. Luck is definitely on your side here. It says lucky, freedom, exploration, traveling, risk taker, open-minded, optimistic, adventurous, outspoken, blunt, and tactless. Okay, now we can all be some of those, right? But I feel it's more about living your authentic truth, being who you are, and not letting anyone contain that wonderful fizziness that you have inside. You know, I feel like you're just living life on your own terms, marching to the beat of your own drum there. And I feel like you are quite positive about what this year has in terms of its potential. You're going to see a lot of lucky moments for you this year. You know, there's a big one happening for you around about September, October time, and I feel things are shifting in your favor. So I definitely see that you may book like a major travel this year, or want to do things differently. If there's a place that you always go to every year, I feel this year you're changing things up a little bit, saying, you know what, I'd rather try another destination for my vacation. Or you may be thinking about trying things that are new and wild and different. Right now I'm being shown like white water rafting and, you know, thrill-seeking kind of events. Or it could be that you're actually just pushing yourself out of your comfort zone this year to do things that are more exciting, that challenge you in a really fun way, okay? We also have the ninth house, which really connects to your first card there. So a lot of you are developing your spiritual gifts on a deeper level this year. Some of you may have even booked classes already, or even booked like a reading with a psychic or a tarot. Some people say tarot. I say tarot, but some people say tarot, because I just heard tarot coming out as well. Somebody out there may have corrected me, but I don't know if you heard that knock there, but it depends on how you say it, okay? It can be said both ways, but you may be actually booking that or developing your skill set in that area. Psychic flashes, pay close attention to your hunches this year. Also, you may feel a little bit more inclined to watch documentaries or movies that are about the unexplained or the mysteries of the universe. These could be on like an occult level, but also on a scientific level, because you're the sort of person that you would be really interested in the mysterious and the unexplained, but also you would try to find like scientific evidence to back it up, just to prove it. So I feel a lot of exploration this year for you. I feel a really like investigative year as well there. And it says here, foreign travel, long journeys, wisdom, law, learning, adventure, rituals, foreigners, spirituality, and religion. So deepening your faith, finding a peace in that knowingness, knowing that the universe has got your back. But also, I feel like you're reaching out of your comfort zone, okay? Also, I feel rituals are important. I'm actually seeing someone writing down their intentions, writing down their goals and their dreams, almost like in a list. Because when you commit it to the page, you're really serious about it. It's out there. Remember, words are spellings. They're cast out into the universe. And they're giving me something right now. It looks like a quote, but I'm going to have to look it up because I can't remember if it is a quote, or even if it is a quote, who said it, okay? I'm just going to read you what I can see. Our every thought builds our reality. Our every thought builds our reality, okay? So again, I always say thoughts become things. It's like the same thing but said a different way. So every thought builds our reality. So maybe this year you promised yourself that you would trust your ideas, really like silence the inner critic that we all have from time to time. Really, use the power of your mind, things like law of attraction, cosmic ordering, the secret, all of those things. And I'm not here to, advocate for anything or sell anything or advertise anything, but I feel these like traditions or rituals, things like the secret, they really do work, okay? Many years ago, someone said to me, have you heard of The Secret? And I was like, no. And they were like, you need to get that book in your life right now. And I was like, okay. So I actually got the book, started to read it. And, I wasn't even halfway through the book and things started to happen for me. And then later on, I kind of like detached from it for a little while. And then actually watched the movie of The Secret, and the music just like took over my soul right at the beginning. And, I kind of like stopped it like 10 minutes in and was like, you know what, I'm going to start taking this seriously. I'm going to write down things I really want, and 5 things I put on my list. And I kid you not, one of the first things that I had on my list was I wanted contact with somebody that I hadn't spoken to in a long time. And may I be struck down, within 10 minutes to 20 minutes, that person reached out, and I had not even spoken to that person for about 3 to 9 months. I can't really remember how long, but it was a long time. And that person reached out and was like, hey, what are you doing on Sunday? And I was like, oh my gosh, this is magic. This really works. So I really feel that a lot of you may be discovering it, or even involving yourself a little bit more in it, or even like reconnecting to, practices where you can enhance your gift of the mind. Okay, this could be through meditation. It could be through the law of attraction or the secret, things like that. But this is your January month. Okay, I'm going to go sort of month by month. Your overarching energy tells me that things are going to blossom in a perfect way for you. I mean, the flowers there indicates that you are learning how much of a gift you are in people's lives, and that you're also learning to live in the moment, okay? To enjoy the moment, but also to appreciate the little things in life in general, okay? And, you know, also the bigger things are going to take care of themselves because you got the Sun card there, which means there's a lot of success to look forward to this year. But also, you know, this is your year of major awakening and ascension. And a lot of you have already awakened to a very high degree, but I feel like you're still ascending. And, you know, there's going to be lots of invitations this year that require your attention, even if you feel like not going to these things. If you've got a little hunch that last minute, oh, maybe you should go, there's a reason, because your guides are nudging you to go to that event. Either you need to meet a person there or experience something or learn something. So pay close attention to your hunches there as well. Okay. Now also, I'm being given, and this is not going to resonate with everyone, but I have to give it to you. This year at some point, they haven't given me an exact month. I feel it's round about August, September, though, if I was to feel intuitively about that. Someone's actually going to give you either a flower or a bunch of flowers out of the blue, okay? I mean, this could literally be you walking down the sidewalk and some random stranger says, oh, this is for you, and just gives you like a flower, and you're like, what? And the person's just gone. Okay, or it could be that there's a friend who actually, or a family member who sends you a bunch of flowers just to let you know that they're thinking of you, that they appreciate you. Could even be like a boss or, you know, someone you haven't heard from in a while. I'm just seeing that you're going to get like a flower or a bunch of flowers just out of the blue in the year of 2024. Now, these things, they may mean nothing to you in this moment, right? But you're going to remember this. And when you remember this, it's a signpost from your guides that everything is slotting into place, that everything is going to come together as you wish it to be, okay? So I'm given these signs and symbols for you to look out for. And when you see them, it's almost like, you know, underlying or underpinning that what I see happening for you is happening for you in a really positive way, okay? So now I'm going to move month by month. January is a very spiritual month for you. You may even feel a little bit cautious as you start 2024, like, oh dear, what's this got in store for me? It's almost like 2023 may have been full of ups and downs there, and you're wondering, you know, new year, new you, but is it kind of just the same? So some of you are kind of like easing yourself into January. I mean, you've already had 2 weeks of January gone by before you got this reading. I do apologize for the delay, but I got a little bit unwell there. I had a seasonal cold, so I just had to take some time out. I cannot give you a reading if I'm not on optimum energy. It'll just be like, there'll be nothing. So I had to take that rest there. But I really feel that this for you is developing your spiritual gifts. Some of you, as I said, may have decided to take a course of learning to develop your spiritual gifts, or even you may have thought, you know what, I'm going to book a tarot reading or a tarot reading, and I'm going to see what the year has in store for me. But also I'm getting an energy here of you like almost feeling like you're in between worlds. Like, not that you're drifting or feeling a little bit like it's the same old thing, just a different day. It's almost like you're really focusing on what's important and prioritizing. I see a lot of decluttering. I see you looking at things that perhaps you meant to do a couple of months ago or even a couple of years ago. I feel like you're really like ruminating on what's important and what you want to get accomplished first, because I feel there's an energy of rumination here. And also with this card, I'm getting an energy of you kind of developing your intuition, listening to your instincts, and some of you may even like open yourself up more to meditation this year as well. But I actually see that you're thinking about how you want to grow personally this year as well. I see a lot of personal development here, and you're thinking about what's right for you. And let me just clarify this card for you, because January, I feel like you're going to be very productive. I feel like you've got a lot of goals set in stone that you really want to focus on, like tunnel vision, and you will accomplish it. I mean, you've got the Sun twice here, okay? You've also got the Wheel of Fortune, you've got the Magician, you've got the World card, so there's a lot to accomplish. I feel like you're going to be very busy this year, setting the ball in motion to accomplish great things. But at the same time, I feel like, you know, so, yeah, some of you are like looking at your emotions and, you know, how to find balance in your emotions. I mean, some of you are literally trying to like establish a way to re-strategize your life so that you can follow your heart, okay? Because the King of Cups is all about following your heart, and the Six of Swords there I feel you've really been tested. So it's almost like you've come into 2024 not feeling jaded, kind of just like a little bit cautious that, oh, I hope it's not going to be exactly the same. Just, you know, a marking of a new year. We're just saying it's 2024, but it's the same old, same old. So I feel it's not going to be for you. I do feel that there is a major shift for the positive for you this year. But the King of Cups, I really want you to look at this because ships, they represent the journey of life, okay? Following your heart, going big or going home. And I really feel you've decided this year you're just going to open yourself up to everything that the world has to offer for you, but also that your heart desires, okay? This figure is literally choosing to launch the big ship. Even though that arch is, you know, pretty slim there and the waters are pretty tough, I feel like you're actually deciding that you have enough tenacity, drive, talent, and intention to make it work. And you're right, you will, okay? Because I feel there's maybe something big that you want to launch this year, but there's also something else that you could have launched in its place. And I feel like you're saving that for later on during the year, but you're starting the year strong, okay? Some of you, if you've got a dream to step into a leadership position or promotion or raise, I definitely see that happening round about March time for you, okay? You may hear about it earlier, but I feel like you actually step into that role and really establish yourself as you move into May. So I feel like you'll start the role round about March time, but it really is you coming into your own in the month of May. And for some of you, if you've had some sort of redundancy in 2023, or you've been looking for work and you couldn't find a role or a job, I definitely see that you are developing your skill set, increasing your skills in some way, whether it's to do with computers, because they're showing me computers, online stuff now, so it could be technological stuff, or maybe you're just like, you know, rejigging your resume or your CV, and you're just getting yourself prepared to put yourself out there. You're actually going to catch an opportunity quite quickly. There's two coming in, okay? One is not as lucrative as the other. Of course, you're going to pick the one that brings in a lot more money, but it also is emotionally fulfilling. Okay, so if you feel that the universe has kind of left you out a little bit, that's not true at all. The right opportunity had to be right for you. Now, don't get me wrong, 2024, you're going to hear a little bit more about company closures, redundancies, merges. That's going to happen a lot in 2024. I'm not going to lie to you. I can see it happening. You can probably see it happening or intuitively know it's going to happen. But at the same time, I feel like you, the collective, are going to find alternative opportunities that are better than what you had in the first place. And some of you are really going to be extra flexible and launch stuff online that gives you the power and control to manage your destiny and manage your business. So I definitely see some of you launching or intending to launch an entrepreneurship, something that is creative, something that's in line with your vision. And if you're already an entrepreneur, I feel, you may have had some difficult bumps in the road in 2023, but you're actually going to see that your business is going to pick up pace and be truly successful this year. I see 5-6 months of this year are going to be like hot points where you are either going to have some sort of glow up, or you're going to go viral if you're online, or you're going to have an increase in clients and money, okay? And of course, 6 months, that's half of the year, but I feel the other months are going to tick over nicely, but it feels like there's going to be some big months there, 6 of them, where you're like, whoa, this is like fantastic. This is what I've been hoping for. And you'll just see it increase and go from strength to strength. Now, also, the 6 of Swords, yes, you're coming off the back of a very testing time. And the 6 of Swords indicates that you learned a lot in 2023, but now you have greater wisdom. And, the 6 of Swords, it kind of means when we've been through so many twists and turns, we are conditioned to expect troubles ahead, but you're being guided out of difficulty and you're shifting your awareness. And now it's almost like you're stepping into the unknown for the year ahead and you're wondering what it's going to bring. Well, remember, if anything went wrong for you, rejection is protection and redirection. And I definitely see that you're being guided out of difficulty. That's literally what this card means. You have a wish, you have a dream, there's a star there, and it's attached to an anchor. And that means that you're going to create some sort of stability in your life, or a wish is being delivered to you. I mean, you may even hear news of something that you've been hoping for in January that you'll celebrate, that actually helps you have like a solid grounding, or, it helps you move to an alternative level in your life in some way. For some of you, this is literally about you wondering where you feel like you belong. Some of you may be planning to actually move this year, or emigrate, or, move neighborhoods, or move jobs, or, just change something up a little bit. And I feel like you're really trying to strategize and, escape the humdrum is what I'm seeing here as well. And if you've come into 2024 feeling a little bit unwell, I definitely see recovery happening there for you as well. But ultimately, I'm getting a major energy of evolution. These two cards together are very powerful. They entail evolution, stepping up in some way, and getting the best out of life that life has to offer. For some of you, if you're leaving or you left, a difficult relationship in 2023, I definitely see that some of you are kind of like, I'm leaving love behind. But actually, even though I don't have the Lover's card here for you, I do see it may not be your intention to find love if you're single. However, I feel like this year you may be guided towards love because you have a beautiful heart, my beautiful Aries, and you are love and you deserve love. So I definitely see that you're being guided towards someone who has a wonderful open heart just like you, but also someone who is emotionally available to, offer love and be comfortable in their own skin, and at the same time be strong enough to walk by your side. Okay, so if you are looking for love, I do feel that this year you will find it. And if you're in a high level commitment relationship, and you've had some difficulties there in your relationship, it could be a seasonal stress that's gone on there, or some pressure, but I definitely see there's a calmer January, especially as you move to the end of the month. Now, don't get me wrong, I feel like you're going to be very busy, but I feel like you're easing yourself and getting back into the flow of some sort of routine, and you're focusing on your goals. And I really feel after a pause, because, that seasonal period, January, there's still a little bit of a lull there. I feel like you're still moving into things at a slower pace. And as you move into February, this is where it's all change. It's almost like you need that cautionary energy or that pause, because February is a big month for you. For some of you, this is coming. Okay, so this may be a major restructure. Could be within your company if you work for someone else, or even if it's in your own company, you may feel a restructure is coming here. It could also be that you are deciding to shake your life up a little bit and use your intuition to do it. But also with, February, it could mean that there are sudden twists and turns, okay? Things just happen out of the blue for you. You may have even seen the signs of things that you need to change. And if you ignored those signs over 2023, this could come to a critical climax in the month of February, okay? Now, a Tower card is not to be feared. A Tower actually means, liberating yourself out of feeling stuck. If you think about a tower, it is an isolation energy. It is like a prison almost. And sometimes we can build our own prison, whether that's a prison of the mind. We can feel fear, we can feel doubt. For example, over the last couple of years, we've had some major energies to deal with, and the collective have gone through a major trauma. Now, most people, back to normal, doing their thing as much as possible, but at the same time, there is still the memory of what occurred a couple of years ago that affected us all. And there is deep down somewhere, this feeling of, could it happen again? And, so I feel that could have imprisoned some people in fear. Not everybody, and I'm not saying you, my beautiful Aries, because you tend to be very fiery, very bold, very daring. But if there's part of you that you felt, was lost since then, or you feel, there's a lack of fun or spontaneity, or just, something changed since then within you, I feel you're getting an opportunity to put it right or to rediscover it this month as well. And the Tower energy can indicate a shock. It can be shaking your foundations in some way. So this could mean someone surprises you in a positive way or a negative way. Okay, I'm just going to clarify some cards there, but you'll be forever changed after February. Okay, now it could mean that you're about to meet the love of your life and you're forever changed. Towers just mean surprise, a shake in your foundation. And it could mean, sudden money. It could mean sudden opportunity, or just turning your life around. For example, if you get the job of your dreams, it may mean you need to travel, and you're not expecting that you had to travel as part of that role, but the role is too good to miss, because I'm actually getting energy from this Tower in February of carpe diem, seize the day. Okay, so it's a very fast energy. Seize that day, seize that opportunity. And you may actually see that as one of your mottos this year. Okay, you may see it as you're walking down the sidewalk, on a billboard, over a door, on a crest, a family crest or a business crest or whatever it is, a logo. You're going to see a lot of that this year. Okay. But Queen of Pentacles there and the Devil card. Okay. Thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? Okay, so first of all, there could be something in the home space that is on its way out. Let's put it that way. It's critical, and it may suddenly end. For example, a washing machine, a boiler. There could be a surprise kind of bill that comes in. It feels like something breaks down in the home space and you need it repairing. And, maybe you've waited a while feeling like it's on its way out. You kind of knew that this day was coming, but you're hoping it wasn't coming. This could be the month where suddenly it breaks down for good and you can't fix it. You can't bang it and make it work again. Okay, so that's coming out there as well. So there could be a surprise bill there. I mean, the Queen of Pentacles is actually a very positive card. It means an increase in finances. So for some of you, it could be you get a surprise promotion, raise, or bonus in this month, but it's also about sticking to your plans. Okay, this is a card about being down to earth. It's about, using your resources wisely, savings. So for example, some of you may need to dip into your savings in order to pay out that surprise bill. Nobody likes to hear that. I really don't like to hear that either. But it's coming out, so I have to mention it there. But, we've got rabbits here. So it indicates here that you're going to multiply your finances in some way. And some of you may even decide to suddenly launch a business from home, or suddenly something creative that you do, it gets launched and people really want it and they want to pay your money for it. Okay. Some of you may actually hear, if you're in a working environment, a surprise restructure. Someone may leave, and I feel the team have to band together in order to make things work. Some of you may even leave a toxic environment because you feel it's not working for you. You may feel that you want to work in a team, collaborate with people, but you may feel workers' morale is low. And I feel like a new opportunity may come in and you may grab it with both hands before you decide to leave, because the Hangman is like to wait. Okay, wait until the right moment occurs. Now, with the Devil card there, the Devil card is not an evil card. It can indicate, especially if you're setting intentions to give something up in your life, whether it's a food substance that's making you feel bloated or messing with your mind, getting brain fog, or making you feel like fluctuations in hormones or palpitations, panic attacks, anxiety. If you feel like anything is increasing or triggering you in those areas, you may have decided to in moderation, cut it out a little bit, but not all of it. So it may come to a critical point in the month of February where you're like, you know what, that's it, enough. I have to stop having too much of whatever in order to make sure that I'm running on optimum energy, because the Queen of Pentacles is all about health. It's a Virgo card there. It's all about health. It's about making sure that, your home space is running really well. And the Devil card can also indicate feeling stuck. And because you got the Tower there, it works really positively for you, because it means you're liberating yourself out of a difficult situation, especially since it's come back off the Six of Swords there. So that means, the great escape, moving towards things that feel good, that are working for you. And there may also be a temptation here as well. Okay, so what I would say with these cards, if you're reading them all, there may be a temptation to wait and not fix something that is critical, but then it's going to break down when you need it the most. And then you're going to have to dip into your savings. And you may, for example, have to call an emergency plumber, right? So if it was something that, you knew was kind of breaking down and needed a service, it would be a great time to get it done before February, because there is a high potential that you may have to then call someone out as an emergency call out. And that's way more money, right? So that's just coming out there too. I mean, the Three of Pentacles also indicates it's really nothing to worry about because it gets fixed. But with the Queen of Pentacles there, it can mean that you have to dip into your savings. I feel like you will replenish these savings as well there. Now, the Three of Pentacles can also indicate a plan that you have, something that you're engineering. With the Devil card, it can indicate that you may be either tempted to wait, hold off on this plan, or that you may be tempted to fast track this plan. And I get a sense here, seize the moment. Don't rush it. Don't sit back on it, but when you feel intuitively it's the right moment to launch or move forward on something, you will know. And don't second guess your instincts, okay? I feel like you've got this there as well. I mean, I also feel that if you've launched something from home, or you have some sort of plan that you have to maybe work from home, for example, I definitely get a sense here that it will like go viral or really surprise you that it does so well, so quick. Especially if you feel that most people, it starts off really slow. It feels like you're like being successful quite quickly there as well there. Yeah, that's all I'm getting on that month for you. I mean, there is the potential that you will hear like a secret being revealed, something that a friend tells you that they've been holding off on for quite some time. Now, this could be something negative. It could be something that they didn't want to tell you because they would fear your reaction. I mean, it could be that also they come to you for help regarding something, especially since the Devil card, it can represent addiction, or it can represent an obsession about something, or even, you know, they're feeling really stuck and feeling really low. So I feel like you'll be a great friend to this person in this moment. But I feel this person, they're only coming when it's critical. They're reaching out for help. And I feel like, you know, you and your friends, I feel you in particular, you band round to help this person and get them back on their feet in some way, okay? But it could be a surprise that you hear about, okay? Now, I'm really like, this is so random, okay? And I almost don't want to say it because it sounds like an episode of like Jerry Springer or something. I'm just like hearing someone may hear about like a surprise that they have a brother or sister that they never knew about. I know it's really random, okay? So this could be something that your friend tells you, okay, comes to tell you, and they're trying to work it out in their mind. So I'm not really sure why that's coming through, but that's coming through, so I have to mention it. I'm going to move on with respect from that energy because I feel it somehow involves you because you hear about it, but I feel it may not directly involve you. Okay, I feel it's like connected to your friend, so or even a colleague. So there may be some conversation about that is shocking, but yeah, I'm going to leave that there and move away from that with respect. Thanks so much. I'm truly grateful. Now, as we move into the month of March there, the World card indicates you're going to be very goal-oriented this month, okay? Very busy. You're going to be tying up lots of loose ends, getting projects done. I mean, you're going to be in the flow of doing throughout the whole of the year, but this is a monumental month where you see a success, a win for you, okay? So it could be the end of like a major milestone in your life. For example, if you've been studying, and you want a qualification, this could be the month where you get that qualification or that certification, or it could be that, you know, you hear about some successful news. This will be the main month that I would suspect you'd hear about a promotion, raise, or that, you know, it's really happening for you. Also, this could be a travel month as well. I see vacation happening here for you. Some of you, it could be a major vacation, like a little bit further afield, somewhere across the world, a little bit further away from where you're currently located. And some of you may even be thinking about emigrating or moving your business or going overseas for something. And if you've got a job that is a little bit more nomadic, I could see you trying to find where you feel like you belong, okay? But ultimately, the World card indicates you're going to be in the right place at the right time for the right opportunities to seize or to meet new people. And I feel this is a card where, you know, things are lining up for you in a really positive way. And it's almost like your year starts in March, okay? I know it calendar-wise starts in January, but it feels in March something big starts for you, but also something big is ending for you there as well. So this could be that you step into a new role or step into a new environment, or some of you, it may be your decision to retire, or I feel there's like some sort of energy where you are coming full circle and you've completed something that you're really proud of, and now it's time to either travel or fulfill a part of your destiny where you feel satisfied, okay? But I mean, there's a victory wreath here, which indicates success. big month for success for you. So let's see what that entails in particular. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. For some of you, it could be that with the Devil card for the previous month, that you were tempted to, you know, go back on one of your resolutions or your intentions. If there was something that you gave up this year, for example, or you decided to cut out of your everyday, it could be that there's temptation. But as you look back in March, you're like, you know what? I wasn't tempted. I made sure I actually didn't give in to the temptation. So it could be a personal win there. Now with the Fool card, it indicates some sort of new start. Now that is not an accident. It's a big deal month for you. Something ends, something begins, and it's really exciting. This is a month of adventure. It's an exciting month for fun, okay, because the Fool card represents bringing more spontaneity into your world, really like opening yourself up. It's almost like a breath of fresh air or release where you're taking a chance on a new path. This could be where you plot twist your own life, okay, where suddenly you either change direction or you free yourself up from something and it feels like a burden has been lifted. For some of you, it may be that you restart something this month. Could be a hobby, could be work. If you've been, you know, on maternity leave, for example, or if you have even been retired, some of you may decide, you know what, actually, I want to come back as a consultant, or I want to launch my art practice or do something creative. And it may bring in like a side hustle of money that helps increase, you know, your money along with your pension in some way. And of course, not every person who's retired is going to want to return to the working environment, but I feel there's something here about a new project or something exciting where you're not sure how it's going to go, but at the same time you're like, I'm sure going to have fun along the way. Now, of course, the Fool card is an Aries card, so this is about you really embracing your open-heartedness and your childlike spirit, okay? This is about you being really cheerful and enjoying the moment. This is about you having fun, letting your hair down, and being curious. There's an energy here of investigation, of adventure, of, you know, really going out of your comfort zone to see what is out there for you to enjoy, is what I'm getting here. This is a fresh hope card where, you know, you're on to the next project or the next neighborhood or the next part of your life. Also, there's a major compliment coming for you in March. Someone is going to notice that actually you do not look your age. Doesn't matter how old you are, but someone is going to give you a compliment about your looks and your age, and that you don't look your age, okay? Now, my readings are not about aesthetics, but I really feel it's important to recognize that you have such a playful young heart. You're so young at heart that, you know, you try to embrace the joys of life. And that's what keeps you young, that sense of adventure, that sense of discovery, because I feel this year is also a year of discovery, seeing things as they truly are, but also trying to see new things or experience new things as well there. Also, this is a card for taking a risk, okay? Jumping straight into something, but also doing your due diligence, because the World card indicates you may be starting something new, but you're not starting from scratch. You're starting from experience, is what I see there as well. So this is a big month because a major arcana card covered the World card, which is also, of course, a major arcana. So this is a big month for change for you. And for some of you, it could be that you suddenly decide to leave something in the month of February, or suddenly you get shocked in February and like there's something new going on in your life in March, and you're like, it's the best thing that could ever have happened because it's going to be a success, or it brings more success, more money. And, you know, I feel like it's almost like you're stepping into your stride in that month. Now, as you move into April, this is a quieter month, okay? You're going to be very busy, as I said, but this is a quieter month where you are really like surrendering to the process, but also this could be a month of learning. Some of you may have already booked classes of learning or courses that you want to learn throughout the year, and some of you may decide to withdraw in order to focus on your plans and your strategies, but also to regroup, okay? Because I feel something at the beginning of the year, it's almost like you are shaking things up a little bit or turning your world world upside down in some way so that you can gain new knowledge and find where you truly feel like you're happy. Because what the Hangman does is he puts himself on the tree of life, and the sun is behind the head there, which is like an awakening. He basically wants to see life from a different angle to find more happiness, more abundance, and more spiritual awakening and evolution. And that's exactly what you're doing. Whatever it is that you're working towards, there is a big pinnacle moment that happens in September for you. So whatever is happening in April, it feels like it's connected. Okay, so it's almost like you want to see the sun. You want to see more happy, fun times in your life. You're going to see them throughout the year, but a big moment comes for you in September there. I mean, there are other big months for you as well. May and June are going to be big, successful months for you. But ultimately, I feel like wishes being delivered and prosperity showing up for you on the physical plane. September and October are really awesome months for you. The Hangman is relax. Okay, so something comes to an end, but something new starts, and now you relax. So this could be that you are, intending to launch your business, and now that you've got everything up and running, you can relax. You're moving in slowly into a routine of, knowing where you're at. But also it could be that you're stepping into a new role and you know where you're at. Or if you decided to relocate at the beginning of the month to a new neighborhood or a new environment, it could be now you're just getting used to your circumstances. Ace of Pentacles. I mean, they really are indicating that March and April, something new starts for you, and it could be financial. Ace of Pentacles is divine intervention to bring more fortune. Maybe you've planted a seed of opportunity at this period, and now you're going to see success. It starts to grow. Ace of Pentacles could be a new job, promotion, raise, of course, but it could also be, that you are starting to align yourself with success in all areas of your life. Of course, success looks differently for everyone. So whatever it is you in particular are focused on, that is where you're going to see that success. So whether it's, for example, that you want to get better sleep, or that you want to implement better self-care routines because maybe you neglected your own needs last year, or maybe it's that you want to create more money, or you want to, have a better diet in some way. Maybe it's you want to leave toxic environments and, put your own needs first and, body, mind, and soul, purify everything that you connect to. Whatever it is for you, I definitely see that you're going to accomplish it and see evidence that everything is taking shape. This is a month where you make an impact. And with the Hangman, it could be a realization that in order to get something better, you need to let go of something else. Okay, so this could be you letting go of a toxic habit, a trait, or even an environment, or, letting go of something that was in your life long term, because the Tower can indicate, a restructure from the foundations up, a chance for you to rebuild in a stronger way. And it's going to get really interesting from this point, because this is an opportunity to increase the goodness in your life, prosperity. So this is a card of abundance, of having plenty, bringing in more money. So it could be the start of a new idea that you implement to increase your finances, or you may even see an increase in like your pensions or in your acquisitions, for example, whatever it is you're connected to in terms of finances. But also the Ace of Pentacles, I feel this could be one of the months where you get something free. Okay, so it could be a free muffin, could be a free coffee, could be that flower or that bunch of flowers. I feel it's less likely to be that in the month of April, but it could be. So I'm just going to leave it like that. But I really get an energy that you're open to receive. And I feel, this could be, especially when you get it like this, it's like doing something that you love, or even like living in the moment. Suddenly you either win something, or I feel there is some sort of prosperity that shows up for you because you're learning to trust the process, because the Hangman is a card of surrender. Surrender to the process and recognize that as soon as we let go, that's when the universe can flow opportunities to us. Many years ago, I would hold on tightly to everything that I ever wanted to achieve. And I was focused on being really hardworking, making sure it was almost like tunnel vision. I was telling the universe every day, I want this, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful. I was doing it all, right? But I was doing it all. And I wasn't giving the opportunity to the universe to deliver because I was so much like on a treadmill. And one thing I really recognized is if we constantly reorder and reorder and reorder with the universe, every time we do it, it'll be a different day, but every time we do it, we say it differently because we can't remember how we said it 3 days ago or a month ago or last year. We change the wording, and remember, words are spellings cast out to the universe. So if like 2 days ago you said, "Dear universe, please could you send me, a relationship of my dreams. I really want this person to look like this, sound like this, do this job, have their life together, be really kind and funny." And then the universe is like, "Okay, I'm preparing your order." And then suddenly, like 3 days later, you say, "Dear universe, I really want a relationship that's kind and loving. And, this person pays a lot of attention to my needs, and, it's reciprocal in energy. And also, could you make sure that they live closer to me because I've had a long distance relationship before and it didn't work." Suddenly you've ordered something else, and the universe is like, oh, I gotta bring that order back to the kitchen and let's make it up again. And so be really intentional with your words and your visualizations. Write it down. And then if you want to return to it and say those exact words, then do that. But write it down, because then you've ordered and then it's coming. So I want you to be aware of that too. But to surrender to the process, as soon as I took a step back, because they actually sent me a tower moment to stop. Because I was given the signs, I was in a toxic environment, I was running myself into the ground, my health was not good, I lost everything within a couple of months of each other. I learned a major lesson about loss, the job, the home, the relationship, everything within a couple of months. And suddenly I was very still. And it's almost like after your tower moment, you're seeing a moment of stillness in your life where the universe is now showing up and delivering good things. Okay? Because as soon as I took that step back and said, okay, I'm listening. Show me. I'm so grateful for the lesson. Even if I don't like the lesson, I'm so grateful that you're showing me something that I need to pay attention to. And then the universe starts to show up and deliver. And as you can see, as you move into the month of May, you've been delivered, because this is a month of, increase in wealth or increase in prosperity in some way. It's also a maturity, a learning of a lesson. And this month, this would be a great month. Some of you, if you're pregnant already, you may give birth in this month, but also it's a great month to birth new ideas, to be very creative. You're going to be very productive this month. So April's going to be a little bit like withdraw, regroup, recharge your batteries, do some deep thinking, some soul searching. But as you move into the month of May, you're going to get busy. And I definitely get a sense here that you are paying attention as well to your own needs in a very healthy way. So you're nourishing yourself, nurturing yourself, and you're brimming with potential and possibility. Also, I get a sense here that you're forever changed with something that occurs at the beginning of this year. But I see that not only are you maturing, but you're stepping into your own. This could be the month, as I said, that it feels like you get some sort of raise, promotion, or new role at work at the beginning of the year, but now you're establishing yourself. You've done it for a little while and you're feeling really good about it, and you've got a sense of value and power. Also, this is a card that indicates that you are not neglecting your own needs. You're getting out into nature, you're developing your connection to your higher self as well this year, and to your higher calling. But as you can see, this Empress, and male or female, not a gender specific reading, she's pointing at herself. It's like, I did this. I created this level of security, this level of luxury, this level of success. You're doing this all by yourself. So this is a month where you should feel proud. They're actually giving me the word victory for this month. Okay, so this could be a personal win in this month. Also, you may be a little bit more family oriented this month as well. So I feel like they'll celebrate with you, or the people that you consider your soul tribe. So let me see what else is coming out here. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? 7 of Wands. This is you being really strong, really powerful. 9 of Swords. And the 2 of Swords. Okay. Ace of Swords, and the King of Pentacles. Okay, so it's definitely an increase in wealth around about this time of year for you. But we have the Seven of Wands there, which is you're at your personal best. Okay, you're having a glow up, you're magnetic, you're drawing attention to you, and also people are noticing you and your power. They're respecting you as well. I mean, they tend to respect you, but I feel like you can see people noticing you. This is where you really stand out. But with the Seven of Wands, you know, whatever it is that was a little bit difficult in February, it's almost like the ripples of it. You recognize how strong you were in that moment to carry things through. And that Seven of Wands means you're going the distance, you're persevering, you're not giving up on something, and you're also not compromising on what's important to you as well there. I feel like you're trusting that you're making things happen and living life on your own terms. And if you need to find any solutions, you're finding them all by yourself, okay? Now, this could also be a month where you really like resolve something within your childhood, okay? There could be something that perhaps has had a hold on you for quite some time. And whilst you recognize the experience was a difficult one and it really shaped who you are, I feel like you're not allowing it to govern your happiness going forward. So this could be a major sort of month where you get closure on something there. But the Seven of Wands, I mean, there is a potential for a little bit of pressure, okay? This is about you like managing your stress levels, making sure that, you know, you are focused, inspired, that you have confidence. I mean, this card is a card of confidence, but I would also say that if you don't get good sleep, you risk, you know, having a lower immune system. So there's something there this month where you need to get better sleep, especially since we have the Nine of Swords there. So watch your sleeping patterns in the month of May, you know, burning the candle at both ends there, because I do feel the Two of Swords, it can make you feel a little bit clouded, you know, a little bit brain fog there as well. So just watch out for that. Now, also the Nine of Swords, whilst it also indicates you will be getting better sleep or paying attention to your sleeping patterns, this could be that you are learning to control that inner critic. We all have one, okay? So this is really not only a call to faith, but this is about being more compassionate with yourself. Now, of course, as you can see, this figure has like eyes on their back. So there could be like a moment here of, I don't want to say paranoia, but really tapping into your intuition to work something out or find a solution to something. Whatever it is, you do find a solution to it. Okay, the Ace of Swords is a major transformation, or you've been going through a major transformation, and it comes to a critical point where you're through it. And I definitely get a sense here that the law of karma is at play here, fate and destiny. There's going to be lots of meaningful coincidences this month. Pay close attention to numbers. Okay, in particular, they show me 1313. So I feel this is a very, I'm just hearing rejection is protection and redirection. So, a silver lining there in something that perhaps didn't go your way at the beginning of the month, but I'm actually feeling that it does go your way. It's so random that I'm getting that. Let me just pull a card in a different deck. I always have to go with the energy that I'm feeling. So perhaps something has the potential to not go your way, however you turn it around. Okay, with the Two of Swords, it can mean that you have to make a decision or you feel like you have to compromise. But because you've got the Ace of Swords there and the King of Pentacles, this means you're really in a great position. You don't have to compromise. You find a solution without having to compromise something. Page of Cups. Okay, so it could be that you find a solution out of nowhere, or, you know, this is connected to your life's purpose path, but it could also be that you learn a lesson about something. Okay, I mean, the Page of Cups can also indicate that you meet someone out of the blue and that, you know, it's new love. For some of you, you may actually do some studying this month, but also some volunteer work for charity in the month of May there. And it could be that you start talking to someone new and it starts you thinking about past situations, especially if you've been in a high-level commitment in the past and your heart was broken, okay? Because the Two of Swords is like you're a little bit unsure. Nine of Swords, it may trigger some anxiety or worry. And the Ace of Swords is like you're communicating with someone new, but you're going to have a breakthrough. This person, I mean, this person has the potential to be a soulmate is what I see, but also I feel this person could be a little bit younger than you, and I feel that's nothing to really worry about, because this person, I feel like they're an old soul and they're emotionally available and open. I feel like they actually want to love you. So I feel this is a year where you allow yourself to be loved as well in the way that you really want, because I feel like you've opened yourself up to that in the past, and I feel like you've been hurt. But this year I feel things are going to be different. Okay. Yeah, I feel there's a major breakthrough there, but I feel, the Page of Cups actually is about being open-hearted, about, being intimate with not only yourself, like, opening up to knowing more about yourself, but also, connecting to people on a different level, not just a lover or a partner, but also your friendships, deepening connections, opening yourself to the adventures of the heart, and trying to be in the flow of things. And sometimes when we have to let go of stuff, it's hard to be in the flow, because we want to hold on tightly to what we already know or what we've already been through. Sometimes, letting go of the wheel a little bit is hard, thrilling, but it will lead you to your destiny. And I mean, the King of Pentacles also indicates that you're going to have an increase in finance. Could also, if you've stepped into a leadership role, some of you may be a little bit worried about, imposter syndrome, for example. Can you do it? Absolutely you can. You're so talented, you're so gifted, you're driven. And remember, you have a lot of experience. You have a wealth of experience behind you as well. So I feel like you're not doubting yourself. You're actually finding extra confidence, but there may be that inner critic. And I feel like you really have a word with that inner critic and say, not this time. This time I'm doing me and I'm rising to the top. So I definitely see success happening for you this month there as well. Now, this card can also indicate an increase in your affluence, your finances, but also your enterprising energy. I mean, the King of Pentacles can also indicate that you're going to be truly busy with administrative work, okay? The tasks that we have for every day, paying bills, adhering to mail, phone calls, filtering, things like that, doing tasks around the home space. But also, I feel it's all about using your intelligence to increase your finances. And some of you may implement a really smart savings plan this month as well that helps you restructure your finances in some way. But this is ultimately about you reaping the rewards of your hard work. Okay, so I feel that there is some sort of wisdom and reward that occurs in the month of May for you. Now, as we move into June, you're going to be a little bit more focused, prioritizing what's really important there. But also, I feel that you are someone who is taking action, okay? I feel like you have everything you need to manifest your reality. You're really turning those visions into reality there. And I feel like you're busy doing this month. So June is a high sort of energy month where you're taking action. And I feel that this is about your capability. Some of you, you're going to be really noticed for your talent and your precision, your dedication, and your focus. And if you're retired, I feel this could be you taking action on some sort of retirement plan or travel or some sort of project that you've been meaning to get up off the ground for a little while, because I feel it's a very creative time for you, but also it's you taking the initiative to focus on what's important. So I definitely see, sort of May and June being very family oriented, but then having a little bit more independence in June there too. So the Magician card indicates extra magic or extra manifestation skills. They're amplified. And I feel, there's something here. It's almost like you're exploring. There's an explorative energy. What if I do that? What if I blend that ingredient? I feel everything is starting to slot into place and come together for you as well. Also, I want you to be aware, there's an infinity sign there, and infinity sign, whenever I see it, it reminds me of the number 8, and this is a number 8 year, which means there is infinite possibilities for you to tap into, but also that you are, focusing on yourself, your own needs, and not in a selfish way, in a way where you get stuff done and you feel truly satisfied and proud of yourself with the way that year goes, okay? So we've got the Temperance card, so yeah, you're going to be very busy. Balance is required, okay? You can be rushing all over the place, but I feel like you're going to be in the flow, and it's actually going to make you feel very peaceful, okay? It's almost like, when you're on autopilot just doing, and it just feels like you're just getting stuff done, and you're going to be surprised at how much stuff you get done this month. But also, you know, this is a month for re-examining your priorities, okay? Making sure that you're in the flow of life's meaning and purpose. Also, I feel, you know, that you are keeping a tight rein on your finances. Four of Swords, I mean, I feel like you're learning that although it's going to be a very busy month, you need to learn when it's time to take, you know, some rest, okay? Because I feel like you will be pushed and pulled in a couple of directions this month. Also, there's an energy of duality this month. You may be dipping your toe into something new this month, an idea or, you know, a hunch you've got. It's almost like you're trying something explorative in the month of June. And I feel, you know, it's going to take its toll on your energy. So with the Four of Swords, this can indicate that manifestation is important, and you're going to see a wish or a goal show up for you. But also, it can indicate that, you know, meditation is going to help you in a place of busyness. Some of you, if you're feeling a little bit bored in your life as well at this point, I feel like you're going to find clarity on how to change that too. Now, the Four of Swords, it really says you need to take care of yourself because this is a busy month, but you're protected throughout all of this because, you know, there's lots of feathers there. So I feel like, you know, this is a high potential month where you're going to see interaction with either your spirit guides or people who have walked before, your ancestors. Let me see. They're showing me the dice again. Okay, so I mean, the dice represents risk, of course, or taking a risk or a gamble on something. Let me see if there's something else there for you. Interesting. They're showing me a pencil and someone erasing something with an eraser on the bottom of the pencil. So I'm not really sure what that means. I mean, it could be something that you're doing literally as you're listening to this reading, and that's what I'm picking up. Or, I mean, it could be that you erase something that perhaps you have to go back to something to correct it in some way. If you rush around, if you rush too fast, you may have to return to it and correct it. Maybe that's what they're trying to highlight there. Okay. Or maybe they're just trying to give me that nothing is set in stone. So don't worry about it. Relax. Everything is going to be as it should. And as long as you have peace of mind, because that is the most important. We can't buy peace of mind. So finding peace of mind in the everyday is really important. But also some of you, I mean, if you look at the doves there, one is remaining very calm and the other one is in fight or flight mode. And all these feathers, it's like, even though the world may be a very chaotic place in June and people around you may be feeling very stressed, I feel like you are finding that you are the calm in the storm. Maybe you are even the storm where you are happening to things. You're making magical things happen, and it's like you're ruffling feathers because you're living life on your own terms. But again, I feel like, you know, you're getting comfortable with flexibility and uncertainty there. Some of you also, you may be healing at this point, especially if you have some sort of procedure or surgery scheduled for some point of the year. Okay, this is something that has already been scheduled or is already in the works. It's not something I see happening to you, but this could be a convalescence month as well, making sure that you take it easy, even though you want to be up and doing. So take note of what your body is needing. Really interesting that you got the Temperance card in June and it filters into July as well. So this is, again, maintaining the status quo. You know, sometimes when we get like a Temperance card, which can represent patience, harmony, balance, everything's in the flow. So sometimes life can feel like a little bit repetitive in a routine, but you're actually on top of things. Life is about simplicity. It's about being in the flow and making things work. So, you know, especially when some people are in their 8th house, they get a little bit like, 8th house. It feels a little bit dull and boring, but actually it means you're on top of your bills, you're on top of your deadlines, you're making an impact in your world, you're finding time for fun at the same time as working really hard or focusing on your projects, and you're just doing life. You're just maybe on autopilot, but at the same time, everything is just ticking over as it should. And it can feel a little bit like dull or boring, but it means there's simplicity there. So, you know, there's a call for action and a call for simplicity. So let me just see what's going on there for you. King of Cups, you're in the flow of following your big dreams and goals. Remember, the Temperance card is all about alchemy, mixing all the ingredients to really create something truly special. And as I said, this is a big year for you. Go big or go home, which came out in one of the other signs as well. I think it was Leo, but I can't really remember 100%. So if you have placements in Leo, perhaps there's something there for you. But if not, I wouldn't go to that reading if there isn't there. Now, the King of Cups, of course, it's about launching something, but it's also about being comfortable with your emotions, having the command of your emotions. And what I mean by that is it's very important that you recognize emotions are very cathartic. They're there for a reason. If you're angry about something, anger is good. It means something is not right in your body or in your circumstances, and your mind and body is telling you there's need to be change, okay? So anger, it can be channeled into shaping your reality, changing something, okay? Rage, not so much, because rage, there's really not much control over rage, okay? But it's more about anger, sadness. When we cry, it cleanses the tear ducts. It also releases the pressure. Laughter, it really helps calm your emotions, bring, all your senses into alignment, but at the same time relaxes your muscles or, helps exercise your muscles in a certain way. All of the emotions that we have are important. And when I say have command over your emotions, what I mean is that nobody else gets to change your emotions or stifle your path, okay? So if someone's pushing your buttons, you are in command of your emotions to say, you know what, I see what you're doing, and you're not going to affect me. I have my path, you have your path. You stay in your lane, I'll stay in my lane, and we'll just, get on by that sort of energy. So I feel that's how you're having command of your emotions. But also with the Temperance card, as you can see there's a rainbow being created and there's angel wings. So I feel something is divinely guided, and I feel you are actually creating something really special using all the unique ingredients that you have for that big dream, okay? In order to create a rainbow, you need sun and you need rain. Now, rain, of course, represents turmoil or difficulty or, the effort that you put into something, blood, sweat, and tears energy. But also, the sun is the happy moments. So I feel whatever it is, I feel you're going to create something really special right now. It almost feels like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity happening in the month of July for you. So let me just go one more just to see what that is. It could be that you are now embarking on a big love journey if you're single. So you may establish yourself in a relationship with someone. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Or you could be checking in with, where you are in life right now and just be looking like, I love my life. Of course, there are things that we always want that we feel like we don't have. But when you check in and say, okay, I got it good, okay? Or if you feel like you don't have it good, how can you change your circumstances so that you can have it good? It's about taking ownership when you have a king of anything. Ten of Swords, to manage stress levels, to manage your emotions, to really, make sure that you are quietening your mind, finding peace of mind. But also, the Ten of Swords can indicate that you're changing the way that you think, or you're responding differently to challenging situations. And that's what I was being given by Spirit just now. This, challenging situations, you're responding differently. And this could also be that you gracefully end something because you're done with it. It could be a friendship, it could be a relationship, it could be an environment or something that you found you've evolved from and you just don't need it in your life anymore. Ten of Swords can also be that you've been to the bottom in some area of your life and now you've found your way up and you're finding balance in your life. You've eradicated drama. Life is good. So I really feel by this point, things are taking a turn for the best for you in your life. And some of you with the Ten of Swords, this can also mean that you're in demand a lot. Everybody's giving you their 10 cents, okay? Or someone's trying to push your buttons in some way and you're just overloaded and going, you know what, actually, I just need to withdraw and take stock and, go off grid for a little bit, just quieten things a little bit. This could also be a month where you, if you live in an apartment block or in a house, there may be some sort of renovations with your neighbors, or there could even be like some sort of restructure outside the home, people digging up the road, or, demolishing a building across the way, whatever it is. I feel there may be something about sound in this month. Okay, if you can see the Temperance card, this figure literally is like, there's no head there. So it's like, try to create balance without losing your head. And this figure is like being irked by external forces. So I do feel there is a need to manage stress levels this month, because there is a potential for things to get on top of you in some way. But I feel like you're completely in control, because you've got the King energy there to clarify. Now, as you move into the month of August, this is the Hermit energy. So this could be a getaway. This could be you regrouping, recharging your energy, but also doing a bit of soul searching. I see that this year, some of you are intending to be more spiritual, or to reconnect on a deeper level to your belief system. But also, I feel like you're acquiring knowledge. You're being really reflective. You may go off grid to focus on something or accomplish something this month. But also, I feel this is a check-in point where you need to retreat and gain perspective on life. So it's temporary. That's what I see there, is a temporary timeout in order to gain in spiritual growth, but also to just see where you're at. Sometimes when things can get a little bit too much, we need to take a pause or take a step back. And I do feel that although it's like a physically quieter month in the month of July, I feel actually it's quite a loud month in terms of overwhelming sounds or demands, or people just needing a piece of you. And this is your little quiet getaway, or almost like quietly, going in stealth mode in order to just have some quiet time. Okay. But also, as you can see, the bear is endurance, strength, and, still focusing on your dream. So some of you may re-strategize in this month in order to get clear on the dream or the goal or the wish or whatever it is that you are wanting to connect to. Because I feel like you accomplish, in March and in May, and then you're on to something else in the month of August there. And it requires you to just, re-strategize or go off grid a little bit, just to refocus in some way. And it's almost like you don't want distractions. So something important. Yeah, Four of Swords, rest. Could be a spiritual retreat this month. Could also be that you're doing some meditation to quieten your mind, to manage stress levels, to get greater clarity so that your mind is sharper. You may pay also attention to substances that you eat or read or listen to during this month, so that you can actually make sure you don't connect to anything like clickbait or anything that's going to destroy your equilibrium. And we got the Seven of Pentacles. So Seven of Pentacles is really about patience, nurturing something. Can also be healthy time for you. As you can see, this figure's got half an apple. So it's like you're cultivating your landscape, you're cultivating your body, mind, and soul. And it's a healthy practice to take stock and just withdraw and know when there is a time for action and know when there's a time for a pause. Okay, so I definitely see this could be a timeout month where you actually take a vacation, or, you even like take a day off work just for you. Or, maybe, if you're retired, for example, rather than to focus on your projects and your family and everything, maybe this is you going to a gallery, or, going for a walk by the river, or going out into nature, or just doing something for you. I really feel this is about withdrawing in order to, put yourself first in some way. Now, also, the Seven of Pentacles can indicate that some of you are at a crossroads, or you need to make a decision this month, and there may be an alternative route to something that you want to look into. Also, I feel this is a month where you're not afraid to admit that something is no longer for you. You're evolving this year in ways that you've never evolved in before. And I feel there's a maturity about you where you're like, okay, I can let go of that now. I don't need that in my life. And Seven of Pentacles, I feel also something that you are working on. I feel like you're bringing it to success, okay? I really feel that you are bringing something to success. This is something that you've worked on throughout the whole year. So you may go off grid briefly in order to focus on it a little bit more, or cultivate it, or restructure it, or just, in some way, like, not change it, because I don't feel like you're changing it. It's almost like you're adding to it in some way that is really positive. Also with the Seven of Pentacles, there, I feel like things are going well. I feel, there's a comfortableness there, but you may actually spend more time on self-development during this month, okay? Now, as we move into the month of September, this is you coming out, being seen by everybody, letting yourself being seen. So as I said, it's almost like you are off grid in the month of August, and then you're back to life. And I feel this is about you shining your light. You've regrouped your energy. This is about you, optimum energy, vitality, positivity. And I feel like now you're focusing on all the things that you need to adhere to, your tasks. Again, I feel it's a busy month of productivity, but also there's a lot of success in this month. And I feel, that you are on top of things. I feel that you are in the flow of abundance, but also I get an energy here of joy. It's almost like you come back to best in some way. And I also see it's a very powerful month for you to establish yourself. There's a celebration, especially in your family unit round about this time as well, or in your soul tribe unit. But I get a sense with the Sun card that everything just feels good in this month and things seem to be falling into place. I'm getting that carpe diem thing again, but I'm also getting strike while the iron is hot. Okay, so maybe things are going to get a little bit hotter this time of the year for you. Things are heating up a little bit, or you're hatching plans. I've got the Nine of Pentacles, independent. Okay, so this is an energy of feeling like there's a little bit more freedom to explore things independently. Some of you may actually be in an independent business and be very disciplined with your time. You're managing to save a little bit more this month, but also you're allowing yourself some money, shall we say, almost like budgeting to treat yourself. So I feel like there's more money for you to spend on you or your home space during this point. And this is, again, it's an energy of feeling comfortable, feeling independent, being in the flow, but also you're still focused on your projects. I feel like you're disciplined and, you are creating a solid foundation for yourself, but also I feel like you're enjoying the finer things in life, taking stock, almost like stopping to smell the roses this month, because everything feels like it's running smoothly in your life. There's a richness here about this month for you. Also, I feel like you may have an invitation this month where you have to dress up in some way. Now, this could be a fancy dress ball, or it could be a party where you want to look your best, because I'm getting this energy of fabulousness, really aesthetically paying attention to who you are and how you express yourself through clothes as well as how you carry yourself. So I feel there could be an invitation where you dress up, or there's some sort of important event. It could be like an award ceremony, for example, because this is a card of success. But also, there's an energy here of you. With the Nine of Pentacles, this is about you conserving your energy for the things that are important for you as well. Self-assurance, security, I'm getting all of that energy coming through here. As you can see, it's a time of abundance. There's lots of reward. Things are coming to fruition. You're going to be having enough. Some of you are really paying close attention to your eating habits this month as well. And I see there's an affinity with nature. So some of you may go on a nature reserve, or you may actually go to like a festival where you encounter like nature. And what I mean by that is you may have like an encounter with an elk or a stag or a deer, or something that you wouldn't see every day. Okay. I just heard monkjack. Monkjack. Okay. That's random, but I heard that as well, so maybe that's what you're going to encounter. But some of you may actually go on a safari, or you may actually be out in nature and you encounter like a moment with an animal that has an affinity to you, and it comes towards you because it has a knowingness that you have a beautiful heart. And that's when you know that you're completely connected to nature. Okay, I really feel like you're trying to get back to nature this year, or get back to your higher self and connect on a deeper level to your surroundings. So although it feels like things are just ticking over nicely for you this year, especially in this month, it's like it just feels really great in this month that everything is working as it should. And There's a warmth. Things are blossoming for you in a really perfect way. It almost sounds too good to be true this month. I'm going to pull one more just to make sure. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide the Death card? No, things are changing for you. I feel like you are blossoming from the inside and out. I feel like you're breaking all habits. I feel like you are knowing when it's time to change something about your life. This can also indicate that new doors are opening for you, that this year has seen some positive changes going on there for you as well, that you've been through a position of transition and that now you're learning to spread your wings and fly. The Death card actually is an indication that something big is ending in your world. And you're revamping your world in a way that is positive for you as well there. Now, this could also be a month where you may, because we got the Death card there, you may actually hear of someone's passing. This could be someone who is really famous. It could be someone who's well known. This could be a month where you acknowledge that and see that, you know, it's almost like there may be an important milestone month. So if someone has already passed, it could be their anniversary in this month, and you celebrate all that they are to you, and you may see more signs or symbols from this person that they are around you as well there. You know, all I keep seeing is those dice. So it's maybe you're going to be like seeing logos with dice on it, dice on billboard. You may even find a dice or a die on the floor as you're walking somewhere randomly throughout this year. Okay, so look out for those signs because I feel it's also an indication that someone from Spirit is walking with you and helping you make some major changes in your world. Now, this is a great month for you, the month of October. Most people are getting a Tower. You're getting a Wheel of Fortune, okay? So this indicates that you're changing your life for the better, for the positive. But also, this is when your lucky break comes along for taking a risk or a gamble. It pays off for you in a really positive way. This is a month of synchronicity. Everything is just flowing as it should. And I feel like there is abundance, but also it's like the wheel is spinning fortune in your favor. Of course, life is all about ups and downs, and that's what the wheel of life is all about. But this is a truly fortuitous time for you because I feel like you're in a cycle of change, and it's a lucky time to move ahead on something, or it's a lucky time to relocate or change something about your life in some way. So let me just see. I mean, the Wheel of Fortune can also indicate destiny intervenes to make sudden changes in your life. So I would say the month of February and the month of October are plot twist months. Expect the unexpected. So what have we got here? The Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so the Knight of Pentacles is all about your effort. Whatever you've put in, it feels like you're getting some really great karma. Stuff is coming out there for you. When you get this card, it can also indicate that you've been very prudent and careful, and that things are changing around you, but you've found that you are in a really secure position, that you've dedicated yourself and your efforts pay off. Okay, I mean, this could also be some job news that comes in as well that secures your position in some way or increases your finances. But also, if you have decided to relocate this year or to move properties, it could be an indication that you find a property that is in your price range, and after a long time of looking, finally it's yours. Okay. Now, I just want you to be aware that the Three of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and the King of Cups, because there's two types of Kings of Cups in this deck, okay? There's two Emperors, two Kings of Wands, because each King or Emperor tells a different story. So my guides asked me to keep all of the versions in there. Okay, it's from the beautiful Tarot of Magical Moments deck by CATRIN WELZ-STEIN. And, you know, you get to choose to take them out or not. And my guide said don't. They tell a story. Now, this King of Cups there, this indicates that you've been following your heart, and sometimes it can be hard, and sometimes you are required to trust your intuition, or you're sent tests to amplify your intuition, to know when it's right to launch and know when it's intuitively right to pause and not launch. And as you can see, this figure here is in a very protective measure. So I feel destiny protects you during this month against difficulty because, as I said, the collective, they have a tower moment. And remember those 3 important shifts at the end of the year: Jupiter retrograding from October, Uranus retrograding from September, and of course Saturn direct from November. So I feel this is a very precarious time for the collective. But looking at this, I feel like, you are secure during difficult times because you have heightened your intuition or you've developed your spiritual gifts throughout this year, okay? This figure is protecting the journey, protecting the ship against shark-infested waters. So you may feel that there is a potential for something that is not right, and you feel it intuitively. It has the potential to be a painful experience, but intuitively you hold back on something because destiny is favoring you in some way to make sure that you are secure and protected. And the Knight of Pentacles also is to secure your position in some way. So there may be some changes around you that have the potential to be difficult, but I feel like you navigate the way with your intuition. For some of you, it could be that, for example, if you go for some sort of change in your circumstances in the month of October and it doesn't go in your favor, it's because something else that is even better is about to replace it. So remember, what is meant for you will never pass you by. I feel there's a bit of a plot twist there, but it's almost like you're safeguarding yourself, or you've prepared yourself, you've put yourself in a position to protect yourself in something there as well. Also, with the King of Cups there, this could indicate you or your partner may hear some difficult news, but ultimately you turn it around. If you have a partner by then, if not, you're already in a relationship, it could be you or your partner have some difficult news that comes in, but I feel like you've got this. I feel, it could have been worse. And I feel that actually you safeguard your position in some way there as well. I'm just going to take one more card. So, for example, this could be that with Wheel of Fortune, Destiny, some of you may be taking some travel in this month, and there may be some delays, and you will get compensation for those delays. You can't ever get your time back, for example, but I feel there may be some problems with travel in this month in particular. Okay, that's what's coming up there for you in particular. Let me see if I just get one more to see what else is going on there. But ultimately, the Moon card, use your intuition. If you feel cautious about something, trust it. The fox can represent caution, but also sneaky behavior, or someone who is not acting in their highest regard, but that you are strong enough and intuitive enough to see below the surface on something. So again, this is about trusting your intuition this month. If something seems too good to be true, trust your gut. But also I feel this is a really great month for you to, connect to your visions and see that something that you were working hard towards, there may be a part of it that you were about to launch, but you think, now's not the right time. I actually see that the next month is. The month of November is when you launch it, and then it's more successful. So it could be a new branch off an idea that you've had earlier in the year, or something you've been working on, but it wasn't ready to launch. It's almost like you're holding back on launching something. But as you can see there, the next month, you launch it. And I feel it's going to be very lucrative for you there too, okay? For some of you, it could be that you're going to launch some travel. Suddenly you're online, booking the site, saying, okay, I really want to go to the Bahamas. If you're lucky enough to ever go there, that would be incredible. One can only dream. Maybe I'll make it a reality. But there you are, booking to Bahamas. And deep down, you're like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't go in the month of October. Maybe I should go in November instead. I just got a thing that maybe I should go then. It'd be better then. Yeah, let's go then. And then you book it. You listen to your intuition and you book it. Okay, so I'm just giving you an example. So pay close attention to your intuition in the month of October there. But ultimately, I feel that, there's a lot of good things showing up for you, and that some of you are really focused on your destiny, your true life's mission and calling this year. And I feel like you're navigating the way perfectly. You're making great decisions for yourself there too. We do have the full card, and of course it is in November. So this is about, some sort of adventure, but also a fresh hope. I really feel that this is your second start to the year. You know, everybody, I'm feeling they've got different starts to the year. And I feel your first start, really, not just January, which is a calendar start, but your kind of official energy start to your year is in the month of March. And maybe that's because March, April is your birthday month. So, and, you know, in some calendars is actually the real start of the year. Maybe that's what I'm feeling. But your second start is right at the end of the year. Okay. It's almost like this is like a new revitalized you. This is about a lot of fun. This is going to be a really fun month. Lots of invitations, either traveling or going on adventures, or a lot of new firsts, okay? Learning new things and connecting to experiences that you've never had before is the year that you're going to have. But I feel this is, you know, you embarking on something. And also the Fool card can indicate that you don't know what's coming, but you're optimistically trusting your intuition and knowing that your gut instinct is guiding you along the way. So as you can see, this is like diving right on in, launching that business idea, launching that opportunity, launching a brand new look even, because I'm feeling a major energy of first house, even though, you know, first house connects to the way you look. You may revamp something about your wardrobe or something about your hair. You may change the color of your hair in this month, or maybe it's something that you've decided to do this year, but it feels you may shift in some way and change it back to a color or do it different around about November time there too. We got the 3 of Wands. You know, isn't it interesting? There's another ship. You could have got any card here, okay? Any of those cards. But you keep getting ships at the end of this year, which means the journey, something about your journey, launching something. You know, the 3 of Wands actually means you're in harmony with your heart's desire, that you're on the right track, and that the path is guaranteed towards success, an expansion of opportunities, a creative time to achieve, but it's also about your planning. 3 of Wands actually is like waiting for the right moment to launch the opportunity for you, and that you have patience. Also, it can be an indication of enterprising, branching out in some way, and being a real tower for strength. And some of you, it's you looking at areas in the world where you feel like you want to establish roots. So I feel, you know, this is a very highly creative time for you. I want to go one more for you on this one as well. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What do they need to know? You're leading with your passions, that's for sure. 9 of Pentacles. I mean, even when I picked up these cards to show you, you know, the first one that came out was 9 of Pentacles. They want to show you that because you're going to be independent. This is a year of independence, creating more money, sticking to your plans, being really disciplined, relying on yourself, and putting strong foundations in to make sure that you are focused and also accomplishing your goals. This is also about you building a life of luxury, financial gain, and, you know, enjoying the moment, solo pleasures. And that's literally what this month is all about. So lots of fun times in November for you. Also, again, I feel that you'll be treating yourself. There's money coming in. You're in the flow. Money coming in, money coming out. And things are good at the end of the year for you there too. I feel, you know, 9 of Pentacles also can indicate some of you may establish yourself by setting up some sort of independent living, or, you know, for some of you, it could be that you are relocating, going off grid. Some of you, it could be that you're actually launching an independent business in a different way. You may even have a couple of independent businesses or ideas going by then, because I'm seeing lots of different streams of income coming in for you this year. So maybe you're just trying lots of things out and seeing what works for you and what doesn't. Or perhaps I'm seeing lots of creative endeavors where you're like creating like some paintings and they're going really well. Maybe you got them on Etsy, and then suddenly you're really interested in jewelry making. You're still like under the umbrella of creatively making your finances, but it could be that you're doing something different to keep things interesting and, you know, keep that spark alive within you. Because I'm really getting this energy of your lust for life has returned this year, and it influences everything that you do. Now, of course, as we end the year, we have the Death card there, which means, you know, the year is coming to an end, and symbolically, it means that you're ready for new. It really feels like you're on to 2025 already. in the month of December. So I feel like you are being a visionary, you're futuristic thinking. I definitely get a sense here that you're a maverick, a visionary, and I feel that you are, using your knowledge that's available to you to set up something new for the future. But also, this is about cultivating your landscape, making sure that nothing gets in the way of your happiness or your plans. And, I feel like this is a month where you're paying attention to not wasting time. I really get a sense that you're going to be very productive, very busy, rushing around a little bit. But also, I feel like you're creating space for something even greater. So it feels like you're going from strength to strength, or something good is increasing in 2024 and is set to increase even further in 2025 for you as well there. But I feel like you'll ring in the new year of 2025 on a really good note. And I feel you may even shout about all your accomplishments. You don't tend to brag, my beautiful Aries, but there may be something to shout about in the month of December, but also throughout the rest of the year. 2024 is going to be a year to shout about, I feel, because there's going to be so many twists and turns. You're not going to be bored, that's for sure. But at the same time, I feel like there's a lot of successes that you need to celebrate, to live in the moment. We got the Two of Swords there. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. So that's kind of like in between two worlds. Knight of Pentacles, creating security. A little bit, you're going to be very busy, but it's almost like you're starting to write your next chapter before you've even got there, okay? So looking how to increase your finances, making some new decisions. Some of you also, with the Two of Swords there, it can indicate that, if you're considering your options, you may take a little bit of a pause to find the perfect path for you, the perfect answer for you of how you want to embark on 2025. But, aces, they bring new energy, and this is a transformative year for you that will move you into 2025 with so much power. So I feel there's going to be an action-packed month for you. Things are going to be at a very fast pace. There's going to be an increase in finances, but also, this could be a time where you get a bonus there as well. But I feel some of you may even launch or publish a book this year. And that's coming out for the collective, not just for you, my beautiful Aries, because I really get a sense that this year is about giving a voice to the collective. So I feel like you've had a very interesting experience in life to date. So some of you may write a memoir about something that you have experienced in your life, or you could be writing books about your knowledge to help other people, or set up a class of learning in some way in order to create more money in your life there as well. And some of you, as you can see there, this figure is like the trees are over their eyes, so it indicates that their senses are even more heightened, tapping into their inner awareness for answers. So I feel like you are looking back, that you did a lot of developing your spiritual gifts. You're really proud that you took time to reflect before you took action. And I feel like, this is a highly energized year where you transformed your life in some way for the better. You definitely transformed your finances in 2024. Okay, but also I feel that vitality, that spirit, that creative initiative, and that enterprising brilliance that you are, my beautiful Aries. You're very talented, you're very gifted. You're making your visions become a reality. And you're going to look back on 2024 and go, yeah, it was difficult. Okay, collectively, throughout the world, it's going to be a very tumultuous time. You can see that yourself already. But I feel on a personal note, things are going to be really positive for you. And I feel that you navigate your way through things. Your overarching energy is the flowers, which is to blossom, personal development and growth, and the sun, to be happy, to, find peace, serenity, good fortune, and well-being, to take pleasure in all that you've accomplished and be really proud of yourself. So I feel, you're going to look back on 2024 that, things worked well in your favor. Now, I'm just going to get some final cards before I close your reading. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of? Can you please show them the way? What are they meant to see? Okay, so we have foresight. As I said, you're a visionary. You're already looking to the future there. And it says here, seeing into the future, planning ahead, early retirement. You know, I think I mentioned that briefly. Some of you may retire this year, or it feels like there's some sort of milestone there. Or if you're working hard and creating, you know, a lot of money there, you may even have the opportunity to retire early. But it says planning ahead, early retirement, material gains, and career arc. Okay. Also, we've got magic mirror, public persona. You are the product, or you are the sales. It says here, social media, speaker, leader. So stepping into leadership roles, more responsibility happening there, but also seeing yourself as you truly are, that you are a gift. Okay. And also, I mean, some of you, if you want to be famous this year, or you want to be in the public eye in some way, I definitely see by the month of September, I feel like you will be known in some way, or you'll take a role, or you'll be established in something where your talents or gifts, they speak for themselves, okay? You're really shining your light, and you're coming into your own. So I definitely see it will be a very lucrative year for that. But even on a more localized scale, if you want to be more well-known in the community, or if you are, you know, in some sort of career where you want to be seen and appreciated for your skill set, I definitely see this as a year where you establish that for yourself as well. But you're thinking about the longer term plans. It's not just 2024 that you have in your mind's eye. Okay, I really feel like you're seeing beyond that as well. Now we've also got waiting. Okay, so this is about knowing when to wait, or something that you're waiting for is showing up for you. It says waiting for something or someone, delayed action, and patience. And I feel like you've had a lot of patience, but this is the year where it's delivered. Okay, whatever that is for you. We also have knowledge. And it says gift of knowledge or informing others, studying, learning to know, and ancient wisdom. And I feel that you are learning more about yourself, but also the skill set that you have, you're able to, you know, offer it up to other people as well, and reciprocally earn more money from it, if that's what something that you'd like to do. Because I see some of you being a mentor and putting like courses online, or, you know, getting stuff online so that you can have like passive income tipping in on the side. And it's not all about money. You know, I want you to be aware of that. A lot of your reading was about money, but we are governed by the fact that Jupiter is in Taurus. So that means the collective are going to be a little bit more money focused this year. So you're going to see things like interest rates increasing, and there's going to be a fluctuation there actually, but also you'll see the price of living still like fluctuating, going a little bit more up than down. But I feel, you know, the collective are going to be really focused on their budgets this year and making their resources go a long way, whilst at the same time protecting everything that they worked really hard for. Also, we've got pleasure. Okay, so a lot of fun this year, a lot of adventure, a lot of doing new things, new experiences and firsts happening for you this year. But it says here, allowing yourself to have pleasure, chemistry with somebody, and also doing something pleasurable. Okay, so I feel like you're embracing all that life has to offer in a really positive and exciting way. And also we have offering. Remember, I said you were a gift. Okay, so, you know, you have a lot to offer everybody in your life, every circumstance in your life, and of course 2024. I feel like you're giving it your all. But it says here, you have something to offer. An offer or a proposal is made, and to give and receive. So what you give out, you will of course receive this year. Sometimes we do tend to give out and we never get anything back, but this is a reciprocal year. Remember, we are governed by the retribution planet, Saturn. So that means there's returns there. All the goodness you put out, going to come back. All the negative stuff perhaps is going to come back too, okay, because it's about balancing things out there. Now, for some of you, you may actually, if you're in a high-level commitment, your partner may propose to you this year. There's two major times where I see this happening. For some of you beautiful Aries, it's going to be in February. Okay, and for some of you other beautiful Aries, it's going to be in the month of October. Okay, so there are two major months where someone will pop the question for you there. Also, if you are wanting to get married this year, I mean, you've probably already planned it, but I definitely see that May is a great month to get married. Also, I mean, you know, September is also a great month there, and I feel something around March. So these are three like major months where I feel Aries are thinking about getting married if you're in a high level commitment. And it's going to be a very joyous time. Okay, everything's actually going to go really smoothly for you as well, which isn't always the case when you're planning a wedding, but it will go smoothly for you there too. I'm just going to go and get a trinket or a rune for you. Okay. So we have the skeleton, okay? So this really is connected to the death card. So it's really like out with the old, in with the new this year. Also, I feel like you are being all that you can be. Any like hidden secrets, they will come to light, okay? Any skeletons in closets, they will come out there. But also, I'm getting an energy of nourishment with this. I know it sounds really weird, but I'm getting an energy of nourishment with this trinket there. And I feel this is a year to embrace major change, okay? But I feel like you're in control of those changes. Lots of endings and new beginnings this year. Lots of transitions for you, but also breaking old habits and anything that's hindering you. You're making space for something greater. So I feel you're embracing like the death card energy, which is to flourish during, evolving circumstances or circumstances that are changing around you. I feel you are focused on, the positive side, and you're making things work in your favor. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Aries, and love and light.